Have you ever get so excited to share a goal, dream, and plan with people? And I'm not just talking about everyone. You share it with the people that you care about the most, thinking, hoping that they will support you wholeheartedly and you will hear the validation that you need. But they either stay quiet, give you the weird look, or they tell you to stop being a dreamer. What you're telling me right now doesn't sound realistic, and I think you should find a more realistic way of living instead of keep living in your dream. You feel broken. You feel crushed, betrayed, unlike them. You are the type who always support others, even when you can't understand why they are taking the route that they are choosing. You hope to have reciprocation with the people you care about. If that's the case, you are at the right place. In today's video, I like to dive deep into the topic of what to do with the dream crushers, naysayers, especially the people who you truly care for, and also the people who you don't really care for, which is a lot easier. Hi, my name is Delilah. This channel is a safe place for self-improvement, healing, deep spiritual talk, the matrix, and how to find happiness through purpose. This is a heart-to-heart video, and I'm sharing my story, what I've been through. And if you click on this video, I know that by the end of this video, you will find a solution and what to do to guard your dream while still keeping the people you love around you. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, get cozy, and dive right in. This just happened to me last night. So I decided to make this video because it's still very fresh right now. All my emotions are still real. A family member told my partner that I need to snap out from a dreamy mindset and be realistic. What am I doing with my life? Why am I talented but unrealistic? And it's the same with last month. I also made a video about it. A friend said the same thing. It's funny that they don't come to me with all these questions, but they would say it to someone who close to me. He said that she's doing so great with being a chef. She's kicking ass and everybody in town knows her. And she's going up with that business. Why did she just go into monk mode and decided to start a YouTube channel? Can you make sure that she know what she's doing? This drove me off the wall, and I figure if it happened twice within a month, it is definitely something that I need to shine my light on and understand why is there a repeated lesson needed for me to pass, because I think that everything in life is a test, a lesson, or a blessing. So for me to have to keep bumping into the same problem, it's really hard for me to communicate sometimes and be confrontational. I know that I still feel like at times I need outer validation. So this is really what I need to work through. I had a talk with my friend and we hugged it out. I guess the next one would be the challenge to talk to the family member, which is going to be harder because she's a lot older and she's definitely in the patriarchy conditioned mindset. That is why I want to go deep into what to do, especially when you are not on the same page with the person that you want to express yourself about when it comes to your goals and dreams. But first, let's talk about the different cases and what is really going on their mind and what to do. The first type of people are the people you are not close to, which is strangers, acquaintance, random people on the internet, or just people who don't really know you and they just like to gossip and have a piece of your story. When they hear that you have a project or something that you're so passionate about, either you quit working in a corporate 9 to 5. To a lot of people, that is the most insane thing because they are so used to safety net. And when you break out the safety net, they all question. They want to know what's going on, what you're doing. The truth is you need to really keep your plans and goal to yourself. A lot of time that don't happen because I love to talk. And when I share my goals and dream, it's really coming from a place where I'm so passionate about what I believe in, or I genuinely care about the person. And sometimes I just like to talk about it because I believed in it and it's something that inspired me. But you need to learn to hold your tongue, take a pause, look at the person in front of you. Is it really benefit you in any way if you share your story with them? Not everyone has the best intention for you and wish you succeed. You never know what's going on in someone's mind, and by always telling your story, telling them your goals, they might manifest negative result into your goal unconsciously. I'm not saying that they want to do that to harm you, but it could be like, this is what they're thinking. You can't do it. What are you, out of your mind? What are you thinking? Oh my gosh, you really think that you can? Make it remember where you come from. Remember who you are. So it's already a lot of doubts going on and it's really messed with the energy. I know if we are strong and we know our values and our purpose, nothing can shake us. But do you really need to have those extra challenges when you can just keep your goal to yourself and really focus on what's in front of you instead of trying to talk about it so much where it can even give you a false sense of accomplishment. Scientific proven that when you speak about it too soon, too early, you have a feeling that you already achieved it, which will slow you down. That is why a lot of people, they talk about New Year revolution and they would hit the gym the first few weeks, but they can't keep carry on because they post about it all over the internet too much that in their head they think they already achieved the hardship of trying to get their body in shape, and then they ended up dropping out. You don't want to be one of those people, okay? I know you probably think, no, I'm not. I am the type that I keep my word. But still, if you really value your words, think twice before you share it to the person in front of you. Really, everybody don't have the same heart as you. And strangers, they really don't know anything about you. They really don't know your ambition or what you are focusing on and want to achieve. And the worst thing is they are not on the same track. They don't work on themselves and they don't want to explore the option out there for their own good, let alone to accept that you have goals and dreams that they can never in their whole lifetime could imagine or feel related to. So with these people, it's best to not say anything. Even if they doubt you, just brush it up. Don't expect them to support you, even understand what you're talking about. Just simply do not care. Wolves don't lose sleep over opinions of sheep. The second case would be if they are in the same field, they have the deep knowledge, or they are on the self-improvement journey themselves. They are criticizing you, so you would take a step back and look at their criticism to see if it's a constructive criticism where they want the best for you, giving their 50 cents in, as in their experience, what they really think about it. And is it really embracing you, helping you? Even if the criticism isn't really something that you expect, but believe me, when you listen to people, you can sense what are their intention for you. When you look at their body gesture, if they're leaning toward you, look at you in the eyes, communicating and genuinely asking, interested in what you are talking about. These are the people. Even when they disagree with you, you still know that they are not after you. However, it would be different if the reaction is a little bit more under turning everything back to themselves and kind of brush whatever dream and goals you have to the side, even when they are on the same route. It's definitely more of a competition thing, or they're just self-centered. Before I became a chef, I had a meetup with another chef. He is a real friend, a true friend. When I told him I wanted to be a chef, he looked at me directly in the eyes and he said, "Do you hate your life? Do you don't want to have any time for yourself?" And I thought that he was being funny, but as I get into the culinary business, I knew he was not joking around, and he still support me. In my first few events, he was there leading me to every step and giving me very constructive criticism. I owe a lot to him. He was explaining to me that I know you're complicated and you love your dish to have different elements, but you need to cut it down and make less dishes, maybe just 5-6 courses until you get really good first, and then you can elevate yourself and gradually add more elements, ingredient into your dish and invite more people into your tasting. So these were genuinely the advice of somebody who care. And with these people, you want to keep them in your life, regardless you agree with them or not, because they are looking out for the best of you. Now, let's go to the second type of naysayer and dream crusher, which is your family, close friend, and even your own partner. The first thing for my case yesterday, I feel like the person did not really understand what my purpose is or why do I pick what I want to do instead of doing a million things that I was doing before that I was really good at. They come from definitely a judgmental place, a much more patriarchy, conditioned mindset where it's hard to think that another woman is able to do what they probably wasn't able to do themselves. It also could be because they are close-minded. They just cannot see the picture as how you see it. A lot of people, they are just okay with how their life is and they don't question reality. The second thing is they could really genuinely care about you. Like my parents, they really care about me. When I share about my goals and dream for them in the beginning, they didn't understand. So they were just saying all type of negative assumption. What if this, what if that will happen? I try to understand that they are coming from a place of love and they genuinely showing me love by giving me negative feedbacks because they are trying to protect me. They don't want to see me hurt, going out of my mind, be disappointed. So with this case, I will show you what to do next to not hurt their feeling in a way where you can also protect your dreams and goal and your boundary from them. Next one is if they are laying their own insecurity, past experiences on your dreams and goals, which is their own reflection, their own shadow, because they come from a generation where they cannot even have the guts to dream about what you can. But deep inside, there's a part of them that wonder, what if? So when they see that you are trying to break out from that reality, they could not fully support you. They were trying to hold you back. Just like how when you see a bucket of crabs, if there's a crab that crawling out to the surface, the rest of the crab would always try to pull it back, because as human being, we really don't want to see other people stepping out of the comfort zone that we are believing that this should be the best choice for us and for everybody else. It triggers them. It reminds them of what they not able to do for the longest time in their life, and maybe never in the future that they can ever pursue or grow some balls to even think about. Do what you are trying to do. Try to understand from a very loving and compassionate point of view that you should not take this personal. Allow people to be who they are. Allow yourself to do what you want to do. They can say whatever they want, but their opinion is not your decision. So in this case, what do you need to do? Let's talk about the thing that I would do. A couple months ago or even a year ago, if I would be making this video, I would have told you to just ignore it and just focus on you. But at this point right now, especially to the people who are close to you, right? Strangers, acquaintance, people you don't care about, you can just simply ignore them. But if you really care about these people and you have to see them, you can't just cut them off, then I really think that you should have a talk with them. Have the uncomfortable conversation. And how to do it? Watch this video for more. I make the whole video of what to do and what type of question you can come up ahead to prep your mind, because a lot of time when you're about to confront someone and they want to say something back and your throat chakra is stuck, it's not allowing you to say something, because inside your mind you still feel like you have to try to be polite, and when you're polite you regret that you should be more direct and express yourself. How many times did that happen to any of you? I know it happened to me all the time. When someone says something to me unexpectedly and there are a million things that I wanted to say back, they always come later when the conversation is done. And then I feel kind of stupid for not saying something back, for not defending for myself. You need to really have a talk, especially if you care about them. When you have a talk with them, you can briefly explain. You don't need to go too details into, what you are going to do, especially if you sense that they are not open to listen. If they are, then yeah, you can go a little bit more detail, but always watch their reaction. See how they are reacting to you, if they are engaged, if they really, truly, genuinely want to know what you're talking about. If they keep cutting you and they jump into the conversation and putting their opinions in without listening, then you are going to ask them to politely let you finish talking and be realistic. Hey, I don't expect you to understand where I'm coming from. I don't expect you to see things in my perspective. Everybody have different level of understanding, especially through their own personal experience about whatever happening in their past. All I'm asking you to do, however, is to support me without trying to understand why I do the thing I do. And let's say if I'm not succeeding in this and I fail in the future, I am still okay with it. I would rather take the step because I am happy. And if you truly love me, this is what I need. This is my beginning, right? Usually when you have a dream, goals, and plan, you are in the beginning of the stages. The worst thing you can do to me is keep saying these negative assumptions. And I know it comes from love, but it really doesn't help me. And right now, what I need is just simply a hug or I support you with a tap on the shoulder. And that would really help me have more clarity and be more confident in my decision making. And it will really show that you love me the way I want it to be loved. If you express yourself like that, I believe anybody would understand and respect you. Because when I did that to my friend, he backed up and we totally hugged it out. And after that, he's really supportive of me. Now, I still don't think he understands what the hell I'm doing, because to him, I am weird, and why do I make video talking about all these spirituals and self-improvement stuff? But it's okay. It's not his place to try to understand the way that I'm walking on, because this is my own journey. If you don't have a talk, what happened is you would end up in resentment, and there will always be an elephant in the room when you are around them. This case happened because my friend doubted my ability. When I first become a chef, a lot of people were, and then I got so good at it that when I hang out around them, they talk to me differently, they look at me differently. But I don't know about you, I held that grudge a little bit. I can never be fully completely happy, because deep inside a voice in the back of my head telling me that you doubt me before, wow, look at you now. It might come from a very egoistic way. Maybe I should have forget and just kind of play along. But if you know that you have a big ego and you hold resentment, then it's best to be real and to communicate with them instead of letting the resentment build up. To be honest, you should always treasure the people who were there for you from day one, right? It's a universal quote. If you were not there for me at my worst, you don't deserve to be there for me as my best, right? That's from Marilyn Monroe, I believe. When I told him, I need your support right now because I am nobody yet. I am a small YouTuber and I'm trying to work my way. But right now, if you don't support me, and if I make it one day, just like how I make it in the chef, if you know how I am, you know if I want something, I'm going to put my whole heart and soul, and I'm never going to stop investing into learning and education to get myself there. If I get there, how do you think I would look at you? Because when I needed you the most, you wasn't there to support me. It will really make them think. Now, the next case is if after all these conversations and they still can't show you support and they just keep jumping into the conversation, cutting you halfway, trying to prove their point, and you really can't cut them off because they are your family, it's time to learn to detach yourself and stop taking things so personal. Understand that this is who they are. Allow them to be. Never talk about your goals and plan in front of them. Let success speak for itself. And in the future, if they congrat you, gently remind them, remember the day you used to doubt me? I wish you would have understood for me. Importantly, you can use it to let it hit your self-doubt and think, maybe I'm really not good enough. That is why they're telling me all these stuff. Or you can use it as fuel, as gas for your engine, for your vehicle to rise above and achieve what you want. As human beings, most of us have the urge to prove other wrong. I'm not saying doing this for other, not for yourself, but use it as a booster for your goals and dream to come true. They need to see that I am not just talk the talk, I walk the walk. And this will become your biggest influence, source, and inspiration to get you there in no time. Last one, always have faith. During this time when people doubt me, I feel hurt. I feel all type of emotion. Last night, it was so hard for me to fall asleep. I just have to trust and I just have to have faith in myself and my ability of continue learning and pushing no matter what. When I focus on my faith and my mission, everything else, all the noises around me become cricket. It become irrelevant. And I want that for you. There you go. This is how I would deal with different situations, different naysayer, negative people, criticism, dream crusher. I am no longer seeking for validation or allowing other people's opinion to get the best out of me. Unless they are there for constructive criticism and they want the best for me, then yes, I'm more than happy to accept their opinion and their help. Otherwise, focus on you and understand that the biggest talk, the biggest response is your own success. It speaks louder than anything. Sending you so much love, encouragement, and to keep going. If you like this video, please support my channel, hitting that like, subscribe button, leave in the comments, share your thoughts. Let me know what you think. If you struggle with the same thing, and share to whoever you care about, who is going through the same struggle. If you like this video, watch this one next. I know you got this. Remember, it's never about to prove everybody wrong, but to prove yourself right. And this is the only way that you can gain the resilience and confidence in yourself. See you in the next video. Love you. Bye-bye.